My name is David Gandy. My profession is expanding. Male model. I write, I produce, I do many things. So, but modelling is my bread and butter. The most famous thing is the light blue. Is the now iconic, and I don't use iconic loosely, but it now is the famous ad that came out in 2006, and we've just shot the third version now. Many people know me for different reasons. For many covers, I mean, we shot 23 covers of magazines last year. But you know, I've worked with many other brands, so I think a lot of people will know me for different reasons. Third year of university, my housemate of mine sent in, without me knowing, some pictures into a competition, and I won the competition. Came out of university, I didn't know what I was going to do at the time. Thought it might be fun for 6 months. And initially went well, didn't initially go brilliantly. It was very, you know, I was chucked into the commercial side because at the time it was all about androgynous, all about the skinny guy, the Dior guy. We've changed that slowly with the light blue ad and with the help of Dolce & Gabbana and Mario Testino, and the fashion industry have followed. It was 5 years of, how do I say, observing the industry and you know, the best male models of the time as well, and see what worked, and seeing where the gaps were and where really I think we could take it. I get bored of anything very quickly, and this job allows me to do, has opened so many doors and has allowed me to do so many different things. My day never consists of the same thing. If I'm doing the same thing for 3 days, I'll be very surprised. So I'm travelling a lot, but I still have a base in London. And then when I'm here, I'm then writing or I'm working on the company. There's always an element of difference in there, and that's what I like. That's what I love about it. First tip is obviously a decent agency. An agency, you know, if is achieved literally by just going to talk to the agencies. If they're interested and you're a good-looking guy and they think you make it, you'll get a lot of interest. It's then working out who is the best. You've got to work with these people day in, day out. They are going to be in charge of your career. I've been with Select for 12 years, and I'm still working with the same bookers as I did on the first day. So that's how much you're working with these people. They become your friends. Initially starting off, you don't need a portfolio. That's what the agency will take care of. You can go in and take a portfolio and they may have a look at it, but really they're going to conclude if they're going to take you on from just your initial meeting, from taking a Polaroid camera, pretty much thing, to you might think that you look the worst you ever look in those Polaroids for the first time, but that's the whole point of it. Networking is huge in this industry, absolutely huge, and you don't get around to see everyone, so you have to make your own luck in this industry. I always say there's no such thing as luck. There's a well-prepared man waiting for an opportunity, and that's it. If you're prepared, and you think you're ready, then you have to go and grab those opportunities. You know, you just have to help yourselves in life. It's from events and parties where a lot of the work is achieved, where a lot of the meetings are held very quickly. I can't tell you how many meetings have been held in very quickly, a 5-minute meeting over a glass of champagne at an event, and that's your initial foot in the door with many people. Looking after yourself is hugely important. People forget that. I mean, you know, in fashion it isn't always. I mean, there's the very sort of rock and roll edge to fashion that people love. But you have to think for yourself though in the industry. You know, a lot of people always said, you know, well, you should get smaller, you should get smaller, you should get skinnier and skinnier like the other guys, and I thought that's rubbish. I can never do that. So actually I got bigger and bigger. I think there's a lot more options from what you're shooting. From then you can do underwear and swimwear, and you look great in a suit, and it gives you that extra element maybe of someone. You've got to differentiate yourself from the thousands of models over there. What makes you different? If you do make it, when you do make it, is just remember where you've come from. Remember, it hasn't been easy. Remember, people have helped you along the way. Remember to always thank those people, and then try and help out as many people as can. To stay humble, and don't believe your own hype, because if you believe your own hype, it's you can quickly fall from that hype very, very quickly. You've got to stick by your principles as well. That's very important. You should never sell out for anyone or anything. So once you've got your principles set, and you know where you're, you know you're going along one route, and just follow that. But also listen to people. Once your agency are your experts in this, and talk to people I try and talk to any sort of young guys in the industry when they come up to me and give them as much advice. But there's not one platform that works for everyone. Everyone's got a different story. But you have to be quite clever about it and really think for yourself. No, God, I wish someone had given me a secret beauty regime tip at all. No, I mean, with the amount of travelling, it's just dehydration you have to deal with all the time. So it's just water, moisturiser, and that's about it really. Nothing else. And a good hairdresser. I have a very unruly hair. I think my hair would try to overtake the world if it could, but my name is David Gandy. My profession is expanding. Male model. I write. I produce. I do many things. So, but modelling is my bread and butter. I'm still waiting to use anything I ever learnt at school into practice in real life, and that goes for university. I always say I learnt one thing at university, and that was that I shouldn't have gone to university. It's anything I learnt. I think people put a huge amount of importance in going to university, which, if you're going to use that skill in that certain subject, I think is very important, of course. But I don't think if you're like me, you're not quite sure what you wanted to do, and you go just for pretty much because you're out of choices in so many respects, then I think it's better to almost learn from life and work your way up into a business. I've built 3 businesses now, and I've taken the elements of what the girls have done in the business, and that's inspired me and created businesses from it. Oh God, I wish someone had given me a secret beauty regime tip at all. No, I mean, with the amount of travelling, it's just dehydration you have to deal with all the time. So it's just water, moisturiser, and that's about it really. Nothing else. And a good hairdresser. I have a very unruly hair. I think my hair would try to overtake the world if it could. But so yeah, very, very good hairdresser. For a male model, it's not important at all. You're not wearing your own clothes. You're not judged on what you're wearing. To me, it makes sense if, say, you're going for a casting for Dolce & Gabbana or Ralph Lauren. If you're going, why do you not dress like the Dolce & Gabbana, like the Dolce & Gabbana guys or something like that, the Ralph Lauren guys, something like that. You don't want to turn up in the complete opposite. That said, they're designers, and if you're looking great on that day, they're going to appreciate that. But at the end of the day, it's about they're not buying your style. In the end, if you brand yourself and you've marketed your name, and a bit like I have, then yes, styling is very important. I'm not sure. I mean, I suppose I do have. I had confidence in the fact that I always thought I could get to where I want to be, which is where we are now. But I'm awfully shy. I've been awfully shy since I was young. So it's been a learning process to come out of your shell a bit. One male model ever said to me once, he said, nice guys finish last. I always remember him saying to me. He was hard anyway. So yeah, I'm glad I hopefully proved that guy wrong in so many respects. In some elements I know what you mean. You can't be a shrinking violet, and I'm sure there's many people sort of sitting there if they'd see this and go think, well, actually, yeah, you're not the nicest guy in the world. But I think a lot of people have hopefully good things to say about me, and I try to be as gentleman as I can to everyone. I think the first time we shot Light Blue, and I always said I wanted to create an iconic commercial, like the Levi's guy commercial. That's what I always aspired to doing. Always wanted to work with Mario Testino. I always wanted to live the lifestyle that you hear the supermodels are living every day, and you're respected and you're treated very well. That male models don't always get that. So then I found myself on a speedboat at 6 o'clock in the morning with Mario Testino and the crew, flying from the Excelsior Hotel over to Capri to shoot Light Blue. And then we shot it, and we knew it was going to be something special when we did. And then we were getting the speedboats back at a very high speed during sunrise with the team that you just probably had the best day shooting of your life, knowing that it's probably going to be something very special. Back to Naples, back to the hotel, and that was a moment you have to pinch yourself and sort of think, yeah, okay, this is pretty special. This is pretty rock and roll. And then the next day I'm on the 34 bus down the Fulham Road, so it all changes very quickly. I've worked with Giselle and Julia Stegner and Kate Moss, and I've worked with a lot of the girls, a lot of the Victoria's Secret girls I've worked with. It's a tough life, but so yeah, I've worked with them all, and it's all interesting to talk to them, and everyone has a different story. That's the thing with modelling. Everyone has a different story to how they made it, and you asked me before if it was easy, and it's not. But it hasn't been easy. But then I never think you learn anything by not making mistakes, and then not being. If things are easy in life, it's boring, and you don't learn anything. You just got to make sure that you learn something from those mistakes, and you don't make them again. Stubbornness, I think. Pure and utter stubbornness of probably believing in something and also bringing in, I think I have a great team, and always have, and that goes from my agency Select, to my press and PR, to everything, and the people I choose to work with. I bring in people now that I like to work with, and those are becoming even more successful. People love working in that environment with me and the guys I bring in. It should be a nice environment. So yeah, there's no one secret, but perseverance, I suppose.